calling. Hey. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Nanamous. Nanamous is the renowned gospel artist, reggae artist here in the ATL. Nanamous, it's good to see you, my brother. How are you?
Blessed love, my brother. I'm awesome, awesome, awesome.
Nice, nice. This is such a blessing, my brother, to have you on, man. And
Blessed.
it's seeing you looking so good in this COVID crisis. Just the blessings, right?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Nice,
Yes, man.
nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Nanamos is a recording artist who ministers the message of Jesus Christ through music, primarily in the gospel reggae genre. He has worked tirelessly with other artists on several projects to bring awareness to the gospel reggae genre. Out of these projects, Atlanta Bless was birthed in Atlanta, Georgia, as a major platform for similar artists in this unique genre that has received little promotion historically. Nanamos travels extensively, ministers throughout the Caribbean, Canada, and the United States. His music can be found on all media and download platforms. And today, we are blessed to have Nanamos with us, and we're going to talk about his most recent project, the one whose title song you just heard, The Calling. Nanamos,
Yes, yes.
good to have you. Good to have you. Now, Nanamos, before we even get into talking about the calling, you are in some ways for a young man, a pioneer of a movement in Atlanta, which you have branded Atlanta Bliss and proudly wears the shirt right now. um, Give us a little idea. Nanamos, where's Nanamos from? Real quick.
I'm originally from a little community called Chediga Park in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Tredegar Park. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
and
Yes.
yeah, that's where it all started. I mean, I used to do secular music before.
Right.
I got the call and did that for a number of years. After, so let me keep it in Jamaica for a minute. Yeah, I actually did my first song at age 13.
Wow.
So
Hmm.
it was back then where we never have no old backyard and them thing there. So that to get a little notoriety, you have to leave like when the truck is leaving to go to a different venue,
Yeah.
and you stay there and you do your little thing through the night. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Back
Hmm.
then it was like toasting. They play a record, then they flip it over and you do your thing.
Right.
So
Right.
I was one of them little boy DJs doing my thing. I
Yes.
mean, a lot of people don't know. I still look young, but I have some age on me.
Young veteran.
Yes, 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 yes. So, that's where it started. And, I got to, as I said, I got to do my first song when I was about age 13. But, uh, it got you to a certain level. Like, basically, I was known around, the community and within, my circles.
Yeah.
But, a lot of times back then, when you were an artist coming up and you did not reside in Kingston, it was a little harder to,
Right.
get around and get to the main stages. But it did what it did, and I am thankful for that because basically I didn't know it then, but God was just grooming me in what I was to become.
There you go.
So, long story short, at age 17, I migrated and came here to the United States, and I came to I didn't really live, but I was in Miami for a while. I didn't stay there for long, but I moved here to Atlanta. Uh,
Right.
I was basically focused on more education at the time because you have to listen to what the elders say and say, well, they get a chance to get a better education, do that, and then you can piggyback on, what it is that you want to do. But even during college win, it was
Yeah.
like that thing that was in my blood, in my veins, was always there. I was still writing songs, still going to studio, and still
Mm-hmm.
doing any little thing I could get to do. Little concerts here, we do a little mixtapes and stuff like that. And I actually put out 2 secular albums on my own before I got saved. So I was kind of in that kind of like do it yourself or being an entrepreneur, or you would
Yeah.
say a pioneer from we
Mm-hmm.
weren't waiting for a record company or nobody to do anything for us. So
Right.
I've been doing it for a little bit. And basically what happened, after a while I started getting bored of some of these things that I was doing, and start talking to God and seeking a higher. But when that call came,
Yes.
I at that point, me with my bright self with a question God, come here and say, God, no. You
How
say you
dare
want me
you? How dare
to
you question
give
God?
my life to you, right?
Yeah.
If I give my life to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is this music thing gonna go? Because at that time I've never written not one gospel song.
Oh
Well,
my
I
goodness.
thought I had never written one gospel song because I was having a conversation with my father a couple days ago, and he said to me, "You know that you always been doing the gospel, though, right?" And I was like, "Oh, you figure?" And he was like, "Well, listen to your songs that you've been doing, like from hence.
Yeah.
Basically, the songs that I was doing back then, I didn't know it, but I've always give God His reverence in everything that I've done thus
Yeah.
far.
Uh-huh.
And even though it was secular, I never crossed that line that some people feel like they have to do certain derogatory lyrics to get certain
Yeah.
notoriety. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was still decent
I
stuff.
just felt Yes, I just felt like if I did
Not hearing unanimous. A last sound. Let's try again.
that that that
There
that
you
that that
go. Mhm.
yeah,
You're back.
that thing, and bring it to that project, right? And bring
Yeah.
it to my mother and my father and say, listen to this. And you have a lot of people who are doing music that they cannot do that. You even
True.
hear some of them on interviews, and basically the the announcer or the interviewer has to be like muting out the songs or whatever because he can't play it straight. And I've never been one to believe in stuff like
Yeah.
that. I always believe that the work that you put in supposed to represent you, because you don't know where this gonna go 10 years, 15 years down the line. So I've always been conscious of the music that I
That's
put
right.
out.
That's right.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Nanamos, you are
Mhm.
a blessing. And like you said, it was there in the DNA. You just didn't
Yes,
realize that even with the transition, it was God's way of saying we're going to take this to another level.
yes, yes. You know,
So,
I yeah, I used to like question like certain things like how come I'm doing a certain level of music, right?
yes,
And how come this not happening, and how come that's not happening? But in all of that, as I said, you see, God's timing is not man's timing. And a lot of times we believe that we are ready to do certain things, that we're ready to face certain things. And in actuality, we are not. So the stuff that we go through, and the struggles and the mountains and down through the valleys and all of that, guess what? He's just grooming you for what it is to come.
stick up in there, Nanamos, because one of my favorite Nanamos songs, and when I was introduced to Nanamos years ago, ladies and gentlemen, and he gave me a CD, and I came home and was listening it. I just couldn't get over one that said, "When Master God call you." I mean, he has so many great songs, but that's a hard one not to get past. And uh, you 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 are telling. It sounds like you summed up your transitional experience in that song.
Definitely, because that album, the next chapter, was really the it's like what I would put it. Basically, that album sums up that whole transition as
Right.
what I was going through. So all the songs that you will hear will reflect, what I was going through because I write what God drops in my spirit.
Yeah.
You know, some people have to sit down with pen and paper and write. I was blessed with that gift that since I got saved, the questions I was asking God is, how I'm gonna do this music thing, because I've never written, as I said to me, I've never written no gospel song, but I could hear Him saying clearly to me, if you say yes to me, I'll show you,
Awesome. Awesome.
and
Ladies
show
and
me He
gentlemen.
did, because the songs that came after, sometimes I even sit down and listen to the songs. I'm like, I really said that. It's
Mhm.
like like in disbelief, but trust me, when He's a part of it, anything is possible.
All right. Amen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, artist Nanamous Gospel Reggae recording artist, internationally acclaimed. Yes, one of the last places that I know he took his very special talent to was Belize not so long ago. And I'm sure you want to share something real quick on that. Then we're going to talk about this project, man, The Calling.
Yes, yes. Well, actually, the last place I went was Guyana. Yeah, I went to Guyana after Belize.
All right. I lost track
Yes,
of you somewhere on the radar.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, for me, that Belize trip was awesome because it was the first time, I, got the opportunity to visit Belize. And the thing is, they are bilingual.
Yeah.
They speak Spanish and English, and I mean, just the hospitality of the people, and the whole trip was like just so awesome. We actually spent a week down there, so I got to visit a number of different places, and sometimes it's good when you go to these places and it's not just for you just fly in and do the show and fly out. Sometimes it's good when you can get a chance to mingle with the people and
Yes.
minister with them. But it was an awesome experience, man, and I'm looking forward as soon as this, COVID-19 thing clears up to, go back and share this new project with them. Yeah. So after
All
that,
right.
I went to Belize. No, I went to
Diana.
Guyana
Mm-hmm.
on a mission trip for
Okay.
another 10 days, and that was awesome again because I got a chance to meet the president. Yes, I got a
Awesome.
chance to go to the hospital and different places because it
Nice.
was a missionary trip. We
Right.
brought a lot of like medical supplies and stuff like that with us down there, and was another great experience. I got a chance to do what I do best because the Friday before we left, they had a concert and it
Oh
was
man.
it was off the chain.
Look out for more trips to Guyana. So let's
Oh yeah.
fast forward now, Nanamos, to this project. The Calling. The Calling, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me play the intro earlier, the title song earlier. Why The Calling? At this point in time, why name the project The Calling?
Okay. Uh, Basically, when I started to, when I started working on this project, that was like, 2016, 4 years ago.
Right.
I Back then I didn't really have a title per se. I I was just coming out of a partnership with a record company, and I said I'm gonna take my career and my what I do in my hands,
Right.
basically start directing the part. So when the songs were coming, uh, it started to feel like that moment when I first accepted the call.
Okay.
So hence, the calling. And it was funny because the song you played earlier on, I wasn't gonna name the song The Calling at first. I was gonna name it From Morning. But after listening to it and discussing it with a couple of my colleagues, they say that you should call this song The Calling. So basically, that's how it ended up being the title song. You know, Yeah, but yeah, obviously, as I said, that's why I named it The Calling, because it just felt like that moment, and the songs, that
Yes.
were coming. Yeah, I started to get that feeling again. Yeah,
Okay, good. So some great songs on the album,
yeah,
um, the calling. Just let's just go through. I mean, when I listen if every time I listen to it, a different song stands out for a different reason.
reason.
You
Yeah,
know, I'll be listening to it, and today I'm in love with You're a Star, and it hits home because of what I might be experiencing that day. Another
yeah.
time, I can't stop rewinding the floodgates. Open the floodgates. And another time, it's another song. And so I really think you're onto something big with this project in Anonymous. In fact,
Thank you
let me
so much.
see. Let me see if I can navigate over and play one of my favorite songs, ladies and gentlemen, on this album, which is Floodgates. So let's take a listen to Floodgates, if we may, right here. How many of you believe we serve a God of restoration? Yes, Jesus. You believe that? I want to say, watch me after day. Yes, coming to sing again. Open the gates. Wash me off when me dirty. Give me little more. Right now me thirsty. Wash away the evil them from around. Wash away anything them send comfy early. Right now me want to send down the rain. Wash away disappointment. Wash away the pain. Me want me think clearly. Wash out me brain. In my life, Papa send down your rains. Let me sing again. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let you rain. Me want to release the curse. Make all of my friends them start to a church. Teach all of them just to seek you first. Make them understand that you love them the most. See, don't in the ghetto too much gunshot and burst. Things already mucky, no want to get worse. No one say no more, but them in and no earth. Anything them send, come make it reverse. Let me sing again. That's right, that's right. A big tune, a very big tune, ladies and gentlemen, from The Calling, one of my favorites. I've been just playing that one, boy. But there's so many great collections on it. How many songs are we talking of? By the way, is it an album or EP? Am I saying the right thing?
No, it's an album. It's an album.
Correctly.
Yeah, it
All
got
right.
10 songs on it.
Great. So 10 songs on the album, The Calling. You just heard Floodgates. I played a snippet of The Calling earlier. Tell us about some of the, we see a product come out. I'm sure you have had some great collaborations on the project. Tell us a little bit about some of the behind the scenes and also some of the other artists you've collaborated with on this project.
Okay. Well, let us start producers. The producers on this album, we have Stephen Murphy from Murphy Productions as a producer. We got DJ Shane out of Toronto, Canada. Yeah, he's responsible for that track, Floodgates.
Nice.
Right there.
Well done, DJ Shane.
Yes. Most of the songs were recorded at Murphy Productions. Lamar Casey recorded a few of the songs, and our big brother, Mr. Hugh Campbell, recorded Thank You, Lord. And that track was was supplied by the one and only Mr. Wayne. Came from an interview. So big up for that link. You know, that
Yes,
song
man.
would
The reggae
make the
vibes
album.
rhythm, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll play that one later for you. Yeah, thank you, Lord. Yeah.
Yes, and so the collaborations, I have a song called "Complete Reason," which is tearing up the airwaves right now with Stephen Murphy, and I have "Father, You Are My Source" with Stephen Murphy and Quelly Simba. Star featured background vocals by Lamar Casey, his wife, and his kids, and the title song, which is The Calling. That
Yeah.
song was recorded by Lamar Casey. You know, so it's a bunch of, you know, nice
Okay.
piece of work. And as I said, some of these songs are like 3, 4 years ago. I mean, I recorded the songs, but I wanted to put out a product that could, you know, stood the test of time. And to do that, you know, it takes a while. There was a number of songs that was done. I mean, you were even a part of, like, you know, the process that we went through. We did a bunch of songs, and then we sat down and go through that process of elimination to
Right,
get them
right.
10 songs. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, even after that, we had to sit down and really line up the songs, which song was gonna go first, second, or third, and why. You know, when it's so funny, before I went through this process, because before I used to just, you know, I put another project, I just do some songs and, you know, you put them together
Right.
and you line it, oh, you want to line it. But the important thing about putting out a proper project, you have to take input from other people who know what they're doing, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, this the process that we went through this time, I mean, we invited a DJ, we invited people from the radio, we invited, you know, producers who are notable, and we sat down, and that's how we came up with these 10 songs. You know, if it was up to me, maybe the lineup wouldn't be the way it is. But you know what? Listening to, like, writing and listening to the project now, I'm so happy I went through that process, you know? And even after when we were done, uh, I was told by, you know, Mr. Yukam, because I really sit down and I take advice from
Yeah.
people who I feel have that, they know what they're doing, plus they have my best interest at hand, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
And he
Mm-hmm.
told me, he said, listen, before you put out this project, please get the project. I know it's mixed and it sounds good, but please get the project mastered properly. Not by, you know, get it mastered by somebody who you know that their name gonna stand up for it, you know? Because basically this man is not gonna put out something out there with his name, you know? And it, if you
Exactly.
know,
That's Mr.
yeah, so the
Campbell.
album was mastered by the one and only Canute, Neil Canute Ellis, you
Oh my
know?
goodness. It's
Yes.
a whole little circle here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes, yes,
It's
yes,
just
yes, man.
amazing
And
right
let me tell
here.
you
I love
something.
it. I love it.
Let me
That's
tell you
why
something, man.
that's why I had to bring up collaboration, Nanamous, because
Yes,
it's a great product, but you
yes.
don't just end up with a great product.
No,
And in
it's a
today's day and
process.
age, to end up with a great product, you have to collaborate, do what you did, which was take good advice and have the right people to do the right things.
Yes,
And it's showing in the in the actual the product. So kudos to you for positioning yourself and showing the temperament that will get your whole act, man, and what you bring to your fans to the next level. You know,
definitely, definitely.
the calling, ladies and gentlemen, tell us where it's available, Nanamos.
Well, the calling is available on all download platforms, and I'm happy to say all download platforms.
All
So,
right.
I mean, Amazon, uh, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music from, you can get it. And people can also get physical copies from my website. You send it and you pay for it, and I'll send you a copy in the mail. Look, no fake thing. It's there here. It's live. In person. We have it. Yes, it's there
That's
here.
right. That's right. There it is. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, The Calling on all download platforms. Nanamous, tell us a little bit too about how we can follow you, the IG, the Facebook, the
Yes,
other
well, I'm
good
on,
stuff.
yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, Nanamous Music, IG, Nanamous Music, or you can also link me up on my website, which is nanamousmusic.com. People can reach us at 404-468-1423, or they can email me at mrnanamous@gmail.com. No, the Twitter thing, and Twitter ain't too much friends, so I don't even remember my password.
I hear you. All
Yeah,
right.
but IG, Facebook,
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to close out with the track, The Star. You're a star. Or I think it's just star. But
Star. Yeah.
I want you to introduce it, and I want you to do a little a cappella on The Star for me today. That's where my heart is in this conversation, Nanamous. Honestly, you're a star. And
thank you so much.
the song pretty much says each of us is in
Yeah.
our own way a star.
Star.
And
Yeah.
due to what we're going through right now, I think is a fitting way to wrap up this conversation by reminding everybody who this conversation touches that you're a star. And I
Yes.
hope that vocal is in good order this morning, because I want a little a cappella to get us going. Then we're gonna ease into the track.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, this is your boy Nanamous, and you're tuned into the Wayne All Show. So Wayne All play the best in gospel reggae worldwide. And I'm about to do a piece of my song called Star for You and You. And during this time, I want to know, say, everyone out there is a star, yeah? Because you were created beautiful in his own image and likeness, yeah? Song say, all I know a star, don't need no movie. You were created beautiful, so be proud of who you are. I don't know a star. Yeah, don't need no movie. You were created beautiful, so be proud of who you are. So you know fi be no Denzel Washington or Halle Berry. But it's songs that not necessary. Pocket it now for long because money can't buy you what God done gave for free. That's the gift of life. You possess that, well then you have
That's
the
right.
keys to survive. Wait up and go live your life. Anytime you're down, just remember, all I know a star.
Nanamous, ladies and gentlemen. Nanamous, why don't we ease them right into the track, man? Because I'm telling you, this one is for everybody. Everybody can relate, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Thank you, Nanamous.
Listen,
And ladies
love.
and gentlemen, listen to the words of this song, because you are a star. All I wanna know, a star.
You were created beautiful. Be proud of who you are. All I know a star. Don't need no movie. You were created beautiful. Yeah. Be proud of who you are. So you're not giving no Denzel Washington or Halle Berry. But it's songs that not necessary. Pocket is not for long because money can't buy you what God don't give for free. That's the gift of life. You possess that, well then you have the keys to survive. Wake up and go live your life. Anytime you're down, just remember this. Don't need no movie. You were created beautiful. Be proud of who you are. I know a star. Don't need no movie. You were created beautiful. Be proud of who you are. I declare and decree that you are free. Just like the birds them in the tree. It's up to you, be what you wanna be. And you want God rule your destiny. Flip the impossible to possibility. All the naysayers Christ, my friend, can't you see? Your time will come, just remember this. Don't need no more. You were created beautiful. Be proud of who you are. Don't need no more. You were created beautiful. Be proud.
That's right. This one from the album The Calling by Nanamous, ladies and gentlemen, a star. It's called Star. And so fitting for all of my audience because Allah who knows Star. And thank you so much for listening to me and Nanamous on this conversation. Nanamous, before we go though, there might be something on your heart, man. I didn't ask, I didn't tap into. What else would you like to share with us before you go today?
I just want to encourage everybody out there under the sound of our voices, and just to let them know that regardless of what we are going through in this time, know that God is able and He'll see us through. He didn't bring us this far to leave us alone, and He has the handle. He holds the keys. So just keep on trusting and believing in Him, and He'll bring us through all of this. Blessed love, Mr. All. And blessed love to all of you fans out there. And please go pick up a copy of this album. And I'm not asking, I'm telling you that it will bless your heart.
It is a blessing, The Calling. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to talk to Nanamous right here on the Wayne Hall Show. Nanamous, thanks again. Good luck.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for always being so supportive of the movement. Yeah?
We have to be. And you keep on doing good things. And until we talk again, Nanamous, it's a pleasure having you. Take care.
God alone.
God alone. That's correct. God alone, ladies and gentlemen.